everyone, hope you're having a wonderful day today. Welcome back to my channel. I'm Yuriho, as in, okay, so where do I sit at the table? Yes, today we are talking about dining in China, in particular what to expect and best practices when dining in China in a business setting. This is going to make me super hungry, I just know it. You cannot simply master your chopstick skills and assume that is the beginning and the end of dining in China. Though, obviously, good use of your chopsticks will make sure that you don't leave the restaurant hungry. While there may be slight variations across a country as large as China, there is common dining etiquette across the board. And though some details may not appear important, not adhering to these unwritten rules could ultimately cost you business and weaken relationships. So the more you know, the better. First and foremost, get there on time. That might sound universal, and there is a fair chance that the host, certainly depending on his or her status, may not arrive on time. But as a guest, get there with time to spare and be prepared. This is a sign of respect more than anything and demonstrates the dinner is important to you and not just another casual meal out. Typically, for a business dinner, a private room will be booked, so make sure if possible to get the room number before you arrive. Upon arrival, you will normally find a large round table that rotates, with the custom that the most senior member of the party sits furthest away from the door, and the most junior sitting nearest the door. This is to allow ease of calling for service if needed by the junior member of the party. If you are the host, the two most senior members will sit either side of you, as typically these will be the, decision makers if you like, and the ones that you will likely to be discussing business with. And while, yes, there is nothing wrong with talking shop at the table, after all, it's why you are there. It is also important to spend sufficient time throughout the meal sharing personal experience and getting to know other guests, demonstrating you are not only interested in others on a business level alone. In terms of ordering, the host will usually order or occasionally may delegate someone to organize this, though he or she may ask if you have any particular favorites too, in which case they pick something that they think you will enjoy. The idea being that as a guest, you shouldn't have to trouble yourself with ordering food and drinks, and normally the host will have a good knowledge of food and drinks as well as the restaurant. Before food is served, it is customary for guests to wash the small bowls, cups, and chopsticks in their plates with tea. So fill your bowl to rinse each item and then pour the tea back into the large bowl that will be on the table. Once food is served, do not start until the host has started. If you add something to your plate, firstly, ensure you eat them all. Don't leave anything on the plate, as this may cause the host to feel that as though they have made a mistake. And be sure to say thanks every time something is served. If you see a dish that you like, don't reach across the table to get it if it's far away. Rotate the table to get to it, but be sure when rotating to check and stop if anyone else is trying to add something to their plate. If you are not eating for the moment, be sure to place your chopstick back on the appropriate holder, and certainly do not stick them into some rice, as this is incredibly poor etiquette and bad luck to boot. Generally, the host will order wine, whether that is red, white, or the Chinese baijiu, a strong tasting rice wine. As a guest, be prepared to drink, as this is certainly an important custom for Chinese people. If you simply cannot or do not drink alcohol, it is possible to bring a colleague with you who will do the drinking on your behalf. That said, in some areas of China, not drinking at all can be misconstrued as not giving the host face, although this is not always the case. Of course, if you are drinking, then should the host cheers you, often you will be expected to finish the glass, though it is advised that you check to see what the host does before slamming the whole glass down your neck. If you drink the whole glass, essentially that means the host now has to do that as well. For larger parties, you are expected to move around from table to table, not only staying where you were originally sat. Toast people on different tables with wine, making sure to observe their actions too. It is not guaranteed that each guest will insist you finish the entire glass. Drinks aside, should you be a smoker and the host offer you a cigarette, it would be very poor manners to turn it down and smoke your own. Naturally, if you do not smoke, there is no problem with politely declining, but be open to consenting to the host smoking if allowed. When the bill arrives, the host will take care of it normally, and it is not advised to attempt to fight for it, as this will be considered rude as opposed to polite. Simply thank the host and then be ready to head out. With any luck, being aware and adhering to these customs should ingratiate you with your host and guests, and fingers crossed, a business relationship will have been strengthened and continue to blossom. That's it for me today. After talking about dinner, I knew it, now I'm starving. Let me know in the comments if you have ever experienced any other interesting dining customs in China. I appreciate you. If you haven't subscribed yet, take a moment, click the subscribe button, because this channel is all about China, genuine insights from me and my team who have all spent time living in both UK and China. Take care my friends, have a wonderful day today, and I will see you soon. If you simply cannot or do not drink at all alcohol, if you simply cannot or do not drink alcohol, it is possible